What if you could achieve the success and the life that you watch the successful people live? What if you could copy the actions of successful people, the things that they do, and make the same impact in your life? Well, we have been wondering the same thing and took a look into it. There are a lot of things the rich have in common, but I'll take you through the 5 most impactful things you can learn and copy from highly successful individuals. These are the things that they do, which have enabled them to enjoy the life you often watch them live. So, get ready to learn and take notes. Welcome back to Winning at Life. Now, the first thing might seem strange to some of you, which is that they consider themselves as a business. Have you ever thought about treating yourself like a business? It may sound strange, but that's how the rich treat themselves. What would that look like for you? Let's break it down into different departments, starting with accounting. Are you taking care of your finances? Do you know where your money is coming from and where it's going? Keeping track of your budget and being responsible with your finances is crucial. Now let's talk about marketing. How do you present yourself to the world? What do you want people to know about you? How do you want to be seen? It's important to think about these things and work on presenting yourself in the best possible light. And then there's product development. Are you investing in yourself? Are you working to improve your skills and talents? Are you pushing yourself to do things even when you don't feel like it? All of these things are important investments in yourself. Learn the ways of successful people and the rich. If you can't read books or don't have the time, instead of wasting time on social media, learn from videos like these. We give you the ideas to level up your life in just about 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes every day can improve your life, and you as a person can develop into something new. Now, why is all of this so important? When you start treating yourself as a business and acting as the CEO of your life, things become easier to manage and navigate. Successful people invest in themselves, and you can too. The better you are at managing yourself, the more you'll get out of life. So take charge, invest in yourself, and see the positive returns pouring. Now, that's not all. The most important thing, and something you will see in the lives of almost every successful person, is that they learn to embrace sacrifice. If you want to take your life to the next level, it's time to get comfortable with sacrifice. The rich understand this. Now, I know the word sacrifice can sound daunting and unappealing, but hear me out. Sacrifice doesn't have to mean being miserable or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about finding a trade-off that works for you. Think about it. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you need to be willing to do something out of the ordinary. You need to be willing to put in the work that others aren't willing to do. It's about pushing yourself to the limit and seeing what you're capable of. For example, if you want to have a fit and healthy body, you need to be willing to make some sacrifices. Nobody loves going to the gym or eating healthy all the time, but the trade-off is worth it. You get to live longer, be more confident, and feel better overall. But it's not just about physical health. It's about taking risks and pursuing your dreams, even if it means leaving behind the security of a stable job or a comfortable routine. It's about being willing to put in the work, even when it's hard. So why is sacrifice so important? Because it's what sets successful people apart from the rest. It's what makes them extraordinary. And you can be extraordinary too, if you're willing to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your goals. For example, if you want to have an extraordinary financial situation, you need to do extraordinary things. That could mean learning a valuable skill and selling it to the highest bidder or starting your own business. But these things require a level of sacrifice. You might have to work long hours or invest a lot of money to get started. Similarly, if you want to have extraordinary mental health, the trade-off might be going to therapy and facing some difficult moments from your past. But the payoff is a healthier, happier you. The point is, if you want something worth having, there will always be a sacrifice to be made. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Once you start adopting this trade-off mentality, you'll see the world with different eyes. You'll start to appreciate the effort that successful people put in to achieve their dreams, and you'll see that you too have the power to create an extraordinary life for yourself. So don't be afraid to make sacrifices, the rewards are worth it. So how can you start getting comfortable with sacrifice? Well, the first step is to look for trade-offs that are easy for you. For example, if you're a morning person and you naturally wake up at 5 or 6 a.m., then you've got around 3 hours to trade off until the day officially starts. And you can use those hours on something that gets you ahead in something you care about. Maybe those hours are in the gym or doing a bit of creative work or going on a walk with your dog. Whatever makes you feel good, you already have those hours, so the trade-off is easy and it's a good trade-off. Do you ever feel like you have excess capital or time, but you don't know what to do with it? It can be overwhelming, but don't let that hold you back from making a trade-off that could change your life. Maybe you could start investing a bit and learn something new. It's a small sacrifice that could lead to big returns. But what if your trade-off involves sacrificing time with your loved ones? If socializing is what makes you happy, then giving that up for something else may not be worth it. It's essential to find a balance that works for you. Sometimes, making small trade-offs can help you get comfortable with the idea of sacrifice. And when you're ready, you can take on bigger sacrifices that have a greater reward. For instance, if you're willing to live below your means for a year, you could save up enough money to make a down payment on a house, which could open up a whole new world of opportunities. It may seem daunting, but remember that those who are comfortable with sacrifice will always have more. Don't let fear hold you back from reaching your full potential. Embrace the trade-off mentality and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. By the way, you're missing out if you haven't subscribed yet. The next thing you need to learn is to develop a valuable hard skill. Let's get real. Success doesn't just happen, and it's not something you're born with. You can't rely on your connections or your family's wealth to make it in this world. No, if you want to succeed, you need to start with a tangible skill, something you can hone and perfect until you're a master. Forget about those summer jobs managing social media pages or taking TikTok videos. We're talking about skills that require real grit and effort: programming, designing, building, creating. These are the skills that successful people possess, the skills that can be measured and analyzed. Think about it. Every successful person out there has one thing in common. They are experts at something. They've taken a skill and turned it into something bigger, something that brings them wealth and prosperity. And the best part is, anyone can do it. You just need to find your starting point. Stop looking at job salaries and industry trends and start looking at yourself. What are you good at? What can you become great at? That's the first step towards success. You need to copy the mindset of successful people and become proficient at something. Once you've honed your skills, the rest will fall into place. You can turn your expertise into a business, a high-paying job, or even a career that gives you complete independence. But it all starts with that one thing, a strong hard skill that sets you apart from the rest. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and start perfecting your craft. Success is within reach, and it all starts with you. Now, the most common argument against this idea is that highly successful people always had a big break. Like Elon Musk's parents already had a huge mining operation, or Bill Gates' parents put him into an exclusive program. You find plenty of examples here, but here's the thing. If you want to become a billionaire by 30, then yeah, sure, some circumstances are mandatory. But do you need to become a billionaire by 30? Or are you fine with being a millionaire by 30 or any age for that matter? Because for that, You don't need extraordinary circumstances. You need proficiency along with the next thing on our list. Every big CEO has a certain mindset, certain skills, and certain ways of doing things that propel them to where they are. They have certain beliefs. Now, after meeting with and talking to some highly successful people, we try to find out their beliefs, which we listed for you in one of our previous videos. Check that if you haven't yet. Now, the next two things don't need any talent or skill, but are a vital component of a successful person's life. They show up consistently. Consistency is key. The things you do regularly become part of your identity. If you run every day, you become a runner. If you invest a little money every week, you become an investor. If you wake up early every morning, you become a morning person. Therefore, it's essential to be mindful of your daily habits, as they will shape the person you become. The good news is that you can become anyone you want by consistently doing what that person would do. However, the actions you need to take may be tedious or uncomfortable. That's why the previous chapter emphasized being comfortable with sacrifice. Consistently doing the right things is the most impactful trait you can adopt from successful people. Unfortunately, many people don't do it because it's monotonous and unexciting. For instance, if you want to learn a new skill like coding, you have to endure the boring and unsatisfying process of learning it before you can do amazing things with it. The only way to overcome this is to keep at it regularly. The last thing you need to learn is to mind your own business. Stay focused on your own goals and don't compare yourself to others. It's natural to feel envious or discouraged when you see others achieving what you want, but remember that everyone's path is unique. Comparing yourself to others will only distract you from your own journey and hinder your progress. Instead, focus on your own business and stay committed to your goals. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand your vision and encourage you to stay focused. Don't let the opinions or actions of others dictate your path. Your journey is your own, so mind your own business and stay true to yourself. If you have anything to share or add, leave it down in the comments. Take care and see you in the next video.